Hello, welcome to Wildcat Insider, your source for stories from grades 7, 8, and 9. I'm your host, Kara DePoca, alongside Corinne Wright.
Girls in grades 7 through 10 are welcome to join a new girls' social club. Make new friends while having a safe place to discuss ideas and support one another. Topics include sharing interests and hobbies, YouTube and TikTok videos, favorite shows and movies, games, crafts, activities, music, dance, sports, and more. The goal is to support new friendships and help you make connections with your fellow classmates outside of school. If interested, please contact your guidance counselor.
It has been a long time since we've all seen each other and had a chance to catch up. I spoke with some students about their highlights of winter break.
My highlight of the winter break was probably spending time with family.
Highlights from my holiday break were playing out in the snow, baking cookies, celebrating the holidays, and spending time with my family.
The highlight of my winter break was listening to Christmas music with my sister.
Spending time with my family.
The highlight of my Christmas break was probably just having it be Christmas and not having to do anything and just getting to relax was pretty nice.
And my highlight of winter break was skiing, going to our family camp where we sled, watched movies, had family time, and had a lot of good food.
My highlight from winter break was spending time with my friends and family.
My highlight from Christmas was probably just spending time with family and relaxing, not too much.
Highlight from winter break was playing Clue with my family.
Quardarius Davis asked students about their favorite gifts this holiday season.
My name is Don Piper, and my favorite Christmas gift was the new baseball bat I got.
Hi, my name's Christina, and my favorite present is my Versace perfume because it smells really good.
My name's Russell Fry, and these is my favorite Christmas gift.
I'm Zach Shuey, and my favorite Christmas present I got was the PS5.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and this is my favorite Christmas present.
As the new semester begins, Ben Curry shares some organization and study tips for the second semester.
Here are some studying tips for you for the second semester. Good lighting. You need good lighting to keep you focused on what you're doing and to know what you're doing. Avoid distractions. Put away all your electronics so you can focus up on what you need to do to study. Plan ahead. Make sure you plan a time for you to study and make sure it's not too late or not too early. Treat yourself. If you're studying hard, make sure you treat yourself by taking a break or getting something to eat, like a dessert.
Inauguration Day was January 20th. Ben Beege shares some interesting facts about this important historical moment.
Unlike the traditional way to take the presidential oath, John Quincy Adams used a law book that contained the Constitution instead of a Holy Bible. No one truly knows who added the phrase, "So help me God," to the presidential oath. Some experts say President Washington used this during his speech, but there's no true evidence to back that up. If the day of the presidential inauguration landed on a Sunday, the public ceremony would follow the day after, with the president taking the oath on the Sunday. Like the president, the vice president also goes under an inauguration. They too do take an oath, which is before the president's. The Chief Justice administers the presidential's inauguration process.
Reporter Austin Ray shares some background information about President Joe Biden and his journey to become the 46th President of the United States.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. was born November 20th, 1942 in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He was born the first of 4 children to his mother, Catherine, and father, Joseph, whom he gets his name from. His natural leadership skills got him his place as class president in his junior and senior year of high school. Little did he know at the time, he wouldn't only become the president of his class. Biden married Nelia Hunter in 1966, and with her had 3 kids. However, tragedy soon struck, and in 1972, both Nelia and Biden's youngest child, Naomi, were killed in a car accident. Biden joined the U.S. Senate the next year, and in 1975 he met Jill Jacobs on a blind date. They married 2 years later in June and had their first known child, Ashley, in 1981. Biden's first crack at presidency was in the 1988 election. However, due to controversies that were uncovered, he ended up withdrawing. He once again decided to run for presidency in 2008, but because of poor debate tactics and overall poor polling results, Biden once again withdrew. However, this wasn't the last people saw of him in the 2008 election. After a private talk with his fellow candidate Barack Obama, he decided to run for vice president, which he won, along with Obama becoming the U.S. president. In 2020, one term after the end of his vice presidency with Obama, Biden once again took his chances with the presidency. Biden finally succeeded and became the 46th U.S. president.
With politics on everyone's mind, Alexis Coletti dives into the subject, but in a different light. Let's take a look at some presidential pets.
In the aftermath of an election, our news is overrun with information on the president-elect, and their policies. Let's take a more innocent and less complex look into the presidency, through pets. To start, let's take a look at recent presidential pets, and then we'll rank some of the best historical first pets. President Trump has no pets, making him the first president in over a century to have no animals in the White House. In contrast, Joe Biden has 2 German Shepherds, Champ and Major. Major is extra special, as he will be the first rescue dog to ever be in the White House. There have even been reports that Joe Biden plans to adopt a cat, opening up the possibility of a first kitten. Next, I'll be ranking my personal top 5 presidential pets. There have been dozens of animals that have lived in the White House, so it made it difficult to choose only a few to share. Ranked number 5 may be the oddest pets to ever be in the Oval Office. John Quincy Adams kept silkworms. We do not have any pictures of these specific insects. We do, however, know that Adams was fascinated by them, loving to watch their progress and count how many eggs they laid. Strange, but interesting. Number 4 is Macaroni Kennedy, the horse of President John F. Kennedy. Macaroni was gifted to Kennedy's daughter Caroline and became a celebrity. He had expensive fashion taste, his closet even including a saddle from King Hassan II of Morocco. He's one of the few pet horses to live in the modern White House and definitely deserves his 4th place spot. President John Quincy Adams appears on this list again with his pet alligator in spot number 3. We do not have any pictures, we'll have to assume what the alligator looked like. He was gifted to Adams by French General Marquis de Lafayette, and Adams did what anyone with a pet alligator would do: let it live in his bathtub. Coming in at number 2 is Socks Clinton, owned by President Bill Clinton. He's an adopted stray cat, but you would never be able to guess considering how photogenic he is. Children love to write him letters, and he had his own postcard that would be sent back to his fans. How cute! Finally, my favorite presidential pet, ranked number 1, is President Andrew Jackson's African gray parrot Paul. There are no images of this bird, but her stories have their spot in history. Most notably, Paul attended her owner Andrew Jackson's funeral, where she became excited by the number of people there and began to swear uncontrollably. She was then removed from the funeral because she appalled the guests so much. This concludes our ranking of presidential pets. Happy Inauguration Day!
January also marked the return of the NHL. Noah Haichu explains how the NHL is changing the 2021 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The 82-game NHL season that would have originally started on October 2nd was postponed to a later date because of the coronavirus outbreak. The NHL season officially started on January 13th, 2021. Every NHL team will play a total of 56 games this season. The NHL will also have a change in the divisions. Finally, the new Seattle Kraken team will not be a part of the 2021 NHL season.
The Super Bowl is the biggest television event in the U.S. nearly every year. Here's Ryan Mealy with some of the plans and changes for this year's Super Bowl.
This year's Super Bowl 2021. The Super Bowl will be played at Tampa Bay Stadium. Regarding COVID, there will be fans in the stands this Super Bowl.
The Weeknd will be performing the halftime show at this year's Super Bowl.
One fun Super Bowl fact is 12 teams have never won the Super Bowl.
The weather in January and February can be very unpredictable in Western PA. Nick Hissom has some interesting facts about winter in the next segment.
Interesting facts about winter. More than 22 million tons of salt are used on the U.S. roads each winter. According to Guinness World Records, on January 28, 1887, a snowflake 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick fell from Fort Keogh, Montana, making it the largest snowflake ever recorded. A single snowstorm can drop 39 million tons of snow. Around 12% of Earth's land surface is covered in snow and ice. The coldest temperature ever recorded was negative 123 degrees Celsius at Vostok Station in Antarctica in 1983.
With the local ski resorts open with some COVID modifications, such as limiting the number of lift tickets sold each day, it may be a great time to learn how to ski without a lot of people on the slopes. Reagan Riley shares some tips for beginners on the slopes.
Here's how to get beginners started on how to ski. First, you want to get the necessary supplies. Most importantly, ski pools and skis. I recommend ski boots, a ski jacket, ski pants, gloves, a ski helmet, ski goggles, a face mask, thick socks, and to have on layers. Start by going to a local ski resort and signing up for a ski lesson. Practice being comfortable on your skis and don't be scared to fall. Make sure you learn the basics like starting, stopping, and how to control your speed. Go slow and have patience. Some helpful tips are to make sure that you don't cross your skis and to try to go side to side. You can also use the pizza technique to help you slow down and stop. Don't push yourself down the bigger slopes or trails. Start small and work your way up. And this is just a reminder that practice makes perfect.
Maybe skiing isn't your thing. I had a chance to speak with some students about their favorite winter activity.
My favorite winter activity is going skiing.
My favorite activity would probably be ice fishing.
My favorite winter activity is going hunting.
My favorite winter activity is sled riding.
My favorite Christmas activity is putting up the Christmas tree.
It is also a great time to curl up with a good book. Jacob Kemmerer has a suggestion for you.
This book is called Biggest Brother and is primarily about the life and history of Major Richard Winters, who served as an officer in Easy Company, a group of paratroopers in World War II. This company and the men within its ranks are storied for their exploits on the battlefield. The book discusses how he led his company all the way from training at Camp Toccoa, fighting in the Battle of the Bulge, and ultimately storming Hitler's Eagle Nest in Bavaria. It details how everyday men became heroes, the sacrifices they made, and the bond of brotherhood that they found in each other. These men were called part of the greatest generation, and this book really gives good insight for anyone that is interested in learning more about our country's history and the people who shaped it. This book also contains many moments of humor and most importantly gives a very realistic perspective on how devastating war can be and the toll it takes on the men and women called to fight for their country.
Many people wonder how long we will see winter weather this year. With Groundhog Day on February 2nd, we may have some clue as to what to expect. Here is Leo Hoops with some interesting facts about that day.
The accuracy of the groundhog is about 50%, so if you flip a coin, it would be the accuracy of the groundhog. We celebrate Groundhog's Day to tell if we have more winter or spring will begin. If the groundhog sees his shadow, we will have 6 more weeks of winter, and if there's no shadow, spring is just around the corner. This year, due to COVID, there will be no live audience. Only the people that own the groundhog can attend.
February is also a time to celebrate those you love. Can you guess the correct answer in Lily Geiger's Valentine's Day Trivia?
Today we are going to be playing Valentine's Day Trivia. Valentine's Day was evolved from what ancient Roman festival? A, B, or C? The correct answer is C. What percentage of Valentine cards are purchased by a woman? A, B, or C? The correct answer is C. What percentage of roses are purchased on Valentine's Day are red? A, B, or C? The correct answer is A. Question 4. Who created the first Valentine's Day box of chocolates? A, B, or C? The correct answer is B. Question 5. What U.S. state produces the most roses for Valentine's Day? A, B, or C? The correct answer is A.
How do you feel about candy hearts? Natalie Floater asks students their opinions in this Take It or Leave It segment.
Through an Instagram poll, I determined how many people in our school would take candy hearts and how many people would leave them. It was a close race. The results show that 16 people voted that they'd take candy hearts, while 11 people voted that they'd leave candy hearts. These popular delicacies made their first appearance in 1902. Over 8 billion, or about 13 million pounds, of these sweets are sold in the 6 weeks before Valentine's Day. Studies show that sweethearts make up more than 40% of the Valentine's Day candy sales, just behind chocolate.
Valentine's Day is also a great time to make some delicious treats for your friends or Valentine. Here's Ellie Snyder with how to make Lovebug Oreos.
To make these cookies, you will need Oreos, white chocolate, sprinkles, candy eyeballs, and red food coloring. You will want to start off by melting the chocolate. Then you will want to stir the chocolate until it is completely melted. Next, you will want to add the red food coloring and mix it together until you get the color you like. Then take the Oreo and dip it into the chocolate 3/4 of the way up, and add the sprinkles to the chocolate. Finally, add the candy eyeballs.
Just one day after Valentine's Day, we celebrate President's Day on February 15th. Tying the two together, Sarah Lazeski shares the love story of John Adams and Abigail Adams and their many letters.
Through years of revolution, war, scandal, and a presidency, John Adams always looked to his wife Abigail for support, although their relationship didn't start out that way. The pair first met in 1761 when John accompanied his friend who was interested in Abigail's older sister to the house where 3 girls lived with their parents. In his diary, John describes the visit as a waste of time. He wasn't very fond of any of the sisters initially, but that would soon change. John Adams was a country lawyer at the time, and over the next 3 years he had legal business in Abigail's hometown of Wayworth, Massachusetts, giving him and Abigail the chance to really get to know each other. Their unpleasant first impressions quickly faded, and they fell for each other's wit and charm. They dated for a period, and then they were married in October of 1764 and rode off on a single horse to their small farmhouse that John had inherited. They settled down there for a bit and had 5 children. Following his joining of the Continental Congress in 1774, John Adams would have to endure long separations from his family for the sake of America's beginning. Over their 50-year marriage, him and Abigail wrote each other over 1,100 letters. Sometimes they would write using the pen names Lysander and Diana, while others John would address Abigail as Miss Adorable. While a lot of the letters were love letters, John also wrote to Abigail regarding matters of state. She was his closest advisor, and he treated her as an equal. When John was elected president, he was the first to move into the unfinished President's House, as it was called at the time, and he wrote to Abigail these words that would later be chiseled over the fireplace in the state dining room. I pray heaven to bestow the best of blessings on this house, and all that shall hereafter inhabit it. May none but honest and wise men ever rule under this roof. And who would have guessed that their eldest son would turn out to be one of those men, continuing the Adams legacy?
This year, President's Day will be celebrated on February 15th. President's Day is always celebrated near George Washington's birthday. President's Day is celebrated to honor all the past presidents of the United States of America. 4 of the past U.S. presidents were born in February near President's Day, including George Washington, William Henry Harrison, Abraham Lincoln, and Ronald Reagan.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Wildcat Insider. We will see you on February 26th. Stay healthy, Latrobe.